friends, welcome back to my channel Manage Your Destiny Astrological Insights by Deepika Tandon. I'm making a video on Capricorn today from the Zodiac series. You can watch my videos on other Zodiac signs by clicking on the links in the description box below, and don't forget to share it with your friends and family. Also subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you never miss out notifications of my upcoming and exciting astro-based videos. Capricorn, here is all about your sign, and for others you'll be able to relate with this video if your friends and family members have a Capricorn ascendant sign, Capricorn moon sign, or Capricorn sun sign. Now some of you may not know what ascendant, moon and sun signs are, so before I begin, let's understand them using the mind, body and soul concept. It's quick and pretty simple, so let's watch it. Moon sign represents the mind. So if you are a Capricorn moon, then you will have a mental frame and thought process of a Capricorn. Ascendant sign or rising sign represents the body. Ascendant is the zodiac sign that was rising from the east side of where you were born. Usually we look at the rising sign to judge a person's personality and his reactive patterns. So if you are a Capricorn ascendant, then your actions will be of a Capricorn. Okay, and sun governs your soul. So if your sun sign is Capricorn, then your passion and interest will lie in those areas that I will be discussing now in this video. And in case you want to know more about your own ascendant sign, moon sign and sun sign for specific astrological insights, including the influence of all the planetary placements in your birth horoscope, then you can book a session online with me on the services page of my website www.manageyourdestiny.com. Okay, now let's begin with Capricorn. Capricorn is ambitious yet practical. They have the ability to make their dreams come true. These guys may not be very social, but they understand their social responsibilities very well. They have a traditional approach towards the society and they have excellent time management skills. These guys become insecure due to overthinking about certain matters. They are very patient, always ready to work hard and wait for days and months together to enjoy the fruits. They are disciplined with great level of self-control and they make good managers in all aspects. Now, as they are research oriented and hold in-depth knowledge of many subjects, sometimes they start behaving snobbish and arrogant. They have this know-it-all kind of attitude which can put people off. They tend to turn towards negative thoughts easily, so for that, they are advised to focus on some art form or listen to good music. That's what they like most of the times. They are solid planners, so they decide to take up a task, they will lead it and make it to the finish point even if it takes years, but they very well know they will reap the rewards of success. They like material gains. Capricorn is stable and headstrong. They are not afraid of making errors and blunders as they turn it into opportunities and take it as a learning only to excel further. Now you will observe they can become rigid and inflexible while defining their perspective to the world, as they don't truly accept the fact that everybody is different. They struggle with people's thought process, which of course is diverse and varied. Their insecurities might enforce their traditional values on others aggressively. They possess my way or the highway kind of attitude. They may look firm, but internally they have self-doubts and they fear their inner demons, but they are brave enough, they stand strong and never deny to face them. In fact, they are brave enough not to run away from their situations. The symbol of Capricorn is the sea goat. It looks like a mountain goat with a fish tail. In fact, Capricorn in Sanskrit is termed as Makar Rashi, which represents the sea dragon or the sea monster. Crocodile is also the symbol of Capricorn. Capricorn is a cardinal earth sign with a feminine energy and is ruled by Saturn, the planet of discipline, rules and regulations, like how every other zodiac is ruled by some planet in the solar system. The cardinal energy makes the Capricorn the initiators, and the Saturnian influence drives them to work hard towards their initiatives and ambitions. Their favorable colors are black and darkest brown. Dark purple and dark green are also good for them. Their lucky gemstones are blue sapphire and garnet. Some other favorable ones are blue topaz, lapis lazuli, onyx, turquoise and ruby. Their lucky numbers are 8 and 4. Their lucky day is Saturday. Their favorable direction is south. Mars is exalted at 28 degrees and Jupiter is debilitated at 5 degrees in Capricorn. Saturn is comfortable in Capricorn and Aquarius as it's in its own signs. Capricorn is the 10th astrological sign in the zodiac and it rules the 10th house in a Kalpurush Kundali. Capricorn is composed of three nakshatras, that is the last three quarters of Uttarashada, Shravan, and first two quarters of Dhanishta. In fact, Capricorn also falls under Abhijit Nakshatra, which is the 28th nakshatra. In my later videos, I will tell you more about the nakshatras, but for now, just understand that nakshatra means constellation or a group of stars, and every zodiac is placed in some constellation in the sky. So, getting back to Capricorn, these guys are caring and open hearted yet introverted. Capricorns are absolute workaholics and stubborn to an extent that they can exhaustively overwork. They don't mind doing laborious work all by themselves, even if they are at a dignified level in their careers. So, if needed, they won't shy away from getting their hands dirty to finish a task as per their pace. They can be hard on themselves, so it is advised that they should take a break and focus on their emotional and physical well being. Due to the Saturnian influence, these guys can become too practical, cold, and isolated. They often dwell in the past as they can be unforgiving and may hold some grudge or guilt from the past misfortunes. They can become overly critical of the world. So, they are advised to focus on their ambitions and be positive about the growth. Capricorn also likes to acquire new skills. They may go slow, but if someone tries to pinpoint at this, they will hold a grudge against that person as they want to be careful and thorough while learning something new. So they also expect others to be patient with them. Remember, they are the researchers, so they will dig deep to understand a topic and take their time. Now, I had mentioned earlier, Capricorns are hardworking, but if we observe, they're also very lazy and tend to keep their environment or themselves dull and shabby. So it's like when they get slow, they really get slow, and then suddenly they will get back to working hard. Now, sometimes they over expect from others and get disappointed as they tend to overlook the good in life while focusing on the negatives and cribbing about it. So, they should avoid resentment and mood swings. Capricorns believe in pride and high self esteem, so they will seek high rank and status in life and will always hustle for that, as their high social status gives them some validation of their existence, as internally they have self doubts. Internally, they are not as confident as they appear to be from the outside. So these were the basics of Capricorn. Now, to understand them from a 360 degrees perspective, let's dive deep into the framework of the Capricorn Ascendant horoscope, also known as Makar Lagna Kundali. And guys, remember, this is a general reading. It's a framework of this zodiac sign, as I also mentioned in my previous videos. So every Capricorn is different depending upon the planetary placements in their birth charts. So I am sure most of it will resonate. So sit back and enjoy the video with some interesting facts based on my research and logics. Saturn rules their first house of self-interest and second house of family. Their family upbringing is very disciplined and structured. Capricorns believe in family traditions due to their traditional upbringing. They have a family of intellectuals where the Capricorn's father can be a business owner, or he could be good with numbers in the finance fields, or they can be lawyers or into the science fields like doctors or engineers, or maybe manufacturers of medicines. Capricorn is very communicative with the father, so even when they decide to debate or get into actual heated arguments, they talk things out. Communication is important between them, and if they don't, then that means their Mercury is afflicted in their birth horoscope. During their early childhood days, they are close to their family. The family can depend on them as they are loyal and will work very hard for them if they need anything. They are absolutely reliable in that sense. Capricorn enjoys family gatherings like dinners, birthday events, holidays, when it's like a planned event. Now, in later stage, Capricorns are less involved with the family. They are comfortable being aloof and they can stay away from home for days and months together. They like their space, so they go away from home at some point, and they are neutral about it, whether they get to stay at home or have to move locations, or whether they get to have a say in their family life, or they have to be mum about certain matters. Capricorns also don't generally like unwanted guests or crowd at home. Now, with this combination of Saturn with Capricorn ruling their first house and Aquarius ruling their second house of wealth and finance, they struggle in this domain as money doesn't stay with them because the house and planet both are not supportive. They either end up spending more or they struggle for a stable income. These expenses are not usually extravagant because they are not those kinds who would indulge into wasteful spending. Their expenses may be genuine on a day to day basis, and sometimes they prefer being misers even when they have a lot saved up by the family, be it assets or liquid cash. Also, with this Saturnian influence, they prefer cold foods and they are good with stale foods like removing from the fridge straight on their plates. They find roadside food edible and can consume anything given to them. They're just fine with it. They won't be picky and choosy all the time. Now, if we look at their communication, these guys talk intelligent and their approach is elegant. They will spread knowledge, but as Aquarius rules their second house of speech, they will be restrictive and speak cautiously. Their talks may not be as impressive. They can face losses by certain things that they speak, as Jupiter influences their third house of communication along with the 12th house of losses, leading to disappointments. If they plan to publish a book, they will have to spend a little extra in the process of ideating, writing, publishing, marketing, or commissions to the middlemen. It can become tedious and an expensive affair. The best way is to go international. Approach international publications on or travel abroad to promote the book because Mercurian energy in 9 and Jupiterian energy in 12 supports that. And Capricorns anyway love to travel. They usually travel for work and they also enjoy visits to spiritual places and holy lands. Here, the Karaka of travel, Moon and Mercury, governs the seventh and sixth, and even the ninth house, that indicates they can meet new people during their journeys or they will travel for work and sign deals and projects. Capricorns don't get along well with their younger siblings and the neighbors. At times, they incur losses or expenses because of them. There can be difference of opinions, but they are spiritually connected with them, and the Capricorn will be available for the siblings. There will be mixed emotions. Now, looking at the combination of Jupiter, either the quality of education can be compromised or they may perform average in studies. Now, if we talk about their higher education, they will earn and learn together. Basically, they like to keep themselves updated with the new trends and markets, or they will stay practically updated. As you see, Gemini rules the sixth house of work and Virgo rules the ninth house of higher education, and both are influenced by Mercurian energy. So this also indicates that they like to do intellectual working, like something that needs practical knowledge or basic common sense. They will apply their brains to work systematically, like they will function in a well organized manner while at work. Capricorns enjoy good relationship with their maternal side. Their maternal uncles and aunts are usually communicative and supportive. Now let's talk about their relationship with their mother. Aries rules the fourth house of mother, so they will be seen arguing with her most of the times and be reactive on various ongoing matters, like it can be a debate on current affairs. Now, these guys will be highly and deeply benefited by the mother because Scorpio rules the 11th house of gains and benefits, and these two houses, that is the fourth house and the 11th house, are well connected with the Martian energy, as both Aries and Scorpio is ruled by the Mars. So, in this case, Capricorn's mother can secretly give gains to them more than to the other child because their connection is deep and intense. They are like friends. They share a strong bond and understanding instead of the argumentative conversations where their thought process may not match. The mother may also help them with property gains, but otherwise, Capricorns have good property and vehicle to enjoy on a basic individual level. And if the Mars is exalted or powerfully positioned in their original birth charts, then that will provide them with more luxurious properties and luxury vehicles. Now, in some cases in their home life, the family must have gone through some chaos in early life, due to which their parents may keep security around them or they may carry any weapon for self defense points due to the mixed influence of Mars and Saturn. Now, also, if we observe Cancer with the moon energy, rules the seventh house of other people and trade and business. So, the mother can be an influential figure and may connect the Capricorn with the right resources, or she may even do business with the Capricorn. The mother usually keeps herself engaged with job or family business. So, as I'm talking about business, let's look deeper into their career. These guys love their work. They can make career out of their hobby or passion. They enjoy it as Venus rules their 10th house of career with Libra in it, and 5th house of hobbies, love and passion with Taurus in it. So the Libra energy gives them a balanced career, but at the same time, they can get irregular at work, or they may not fix one specific zone to work from. They also decorate their work environment beautifully. It can be either the interiors or their chosen field of work. And with this combination of Venus, they tend to fall in love with their colleagues or seniors or even the boss. Now, as I mentioned earlier, they can do laborious work behind the scenes all by themselves, yet they prefer entertainment fields or fields related to beauty, status, sensual things, and luxuries like films, television, luxury brands like cars or watches or even perfumes, florist, financial institutions, stock market, or banking. In fact, Saturnian personalities also like authority, so they can acquire some powerful position in the media industry, like they can become creative consultants or directors or even producers, as they are good with the call sheets, organizing people, and the financial hold like budgeting. They can also get into the engineering fields like civil, electrical, or mechanical, or even IT for that matter. If we consider Mars in their basic education and gains house, they can earn good money from consulting in the engineering fields. They actually make great consultants considering their powerful research attitude. Whatever they do, they will do it with full honesty and dedication. They are detail oriented and they value loyalty with their work associates. They are also great with man management, finance programming, and calculations. They invest their monies well and save up for their rainy days. So their investments are smart. Now, with Cancer in 7, if they run a business or if they deal with a lot of clients, there will be ups and downs as the moon waxes and wanes. So, today, they may have a business just flowing in, and tomorrow they may have to struggle to bring in new clients. Capricorns prefer younger subordinates and colleagues, and they will have multiple people working under them or with them. They engage with everyone with great enthusiasm. Their business partnership will be turbulent, and in case they need to get into business partnership, then they are advised to do business of travel, import export, baby care products, or anything to do with nurturing any segment like agriculture, fish farming, teaching and mentoring institute, or a consultancy, as Mars in 4th and Moon in 7th supports such activities. Now, if we talk about their relationship with the spouse, they are committed and emotional. But they face a lot of challenges due to their difficult nature and the moon energy that brings in a lot of tidal waves. So there will be ups and downs. But as moon denotes warmth and nurturing, the flavor of their relationship will be sensitive and loving, and they are usually open to discussing their emotional turbulence. Now, as we understand that they have Saturnian influence in their overall life, and Saturn is nowhere close to understanding romance and relationships, as Saturn only talks about practicality of life and bringing in a lot of rules and regulations and discipline, along with a lot of judgments. They tend to overthink more and lack in showing compassion and emotion towards their loved one, but they will ensure that their partner can rely on them on both personal as well as professional fronts. So their expressive and touching acts speak for them more than words. And when I say acts, trust me, Capricorns are the ones who can go out of their way to do things for their spouse or their own people. In fact, even when they are in a love relationship, they are the devoted partners. They may express less, but they stay committed and they want their partner to be there for them like a mother does. Now, the 8th house of in laws, sudden gains, and longevity is ruled by Sun, the planet of ego, pride, and self esteem. So, here they will face challenges to balance out good relationship with the in laws and their self worth. They somewhere will find themselves hurting their egos when it comes to in laws. they will be put in a situation all of a sudden where they may have to face humiliation, and due to these sufferings they may become rebellious and utilize that energy in either their careers or in any means where they feel they can find themselves back. They will look for a ranking or status or some kind of validation to achieve back that self esteem that they feel got lost at some point in life. Now, also due to Leo ruling the eighth house, their partner may dominate their sexual life and there can be an ego clash. Capricorns are affectionate towards children. They love to have kids. Now, as Taurus rules their fifth house of children, they are possessive about them and want to give all the luxuries to their kids. They may involve their children in their own business or same line of work in later stage. They want their kids to take their legacy ahead. Now, if we look at the Karaka, that is Jupiter, it influences the 12th house of losses and expenses. So, raising their children gets strenuous. Now, the children might bring in losses to the Capricorn, like there can be a lot of expenses on the child in some way or the other. In fact, in some cases, the process of childbirth becomes grueling. There may be various complications, like while conceiving or during labor or at the time of delivery. Now, let's analyze the eighth house of rivalry and competition, which is ruled by Gemini. So, when it comes to their enemies, they may have quite a few, but they will talk it out and settle down easily. They are usually victorious if there are any litigations against them. As their communication in this domain is smart, they can make good advocates or a judge or even diplomats and politicians as they understand the law well. Saturn is all about the system, the law, and the judgments. As the sixth house also represents health and psychology, the Mercurian influence keeps them sane and in better shape. If their Mercury is afflicted in their original birth horoscope, then they may face psychological disorders or some problems like anxiety, depression, and they can deal with cough and cold or issues related to the spinal cord and the central nervous system. Now, if we talk about their social circle, Scorpio rules it in the 11th house. Scorpio is all about death and rebirth. It's about the depth, the deep waters. So, their friends will be very selective and there will be a very passionate and close bond between them. They will be very secretive about their friends and they don't want to introduce their friends to the outside world, as Capricorn is possessive about them. They are absolutely black and white about their social circle. Either they are in or they are out. So there is nothing in the middle. Now, friendship is deep for the Capricorn and they can do anything for the friends they love truly. They will make friends who are honest, intelligent, who respects their space and are not too nosy, and the ones who will stand by the Capricorn like pillars. So, if you are a friend of the domineering Capricorn, then you should avoid acting nosy and overbearing. Now, as the 11th house also represents gains, they will be secretive about their monetary gains. Now, they will park their money in safe schemes, and as I mentioned earlier, they make smart investments. So here we will see that they will secretly and safely secure the returns on their smart investments and save up for the rainy day, surprising their family at the right time. The elder sibling is like a mother to the Capricorn. They share more or less the same kind of relationship that they share with their mother. There will be a little bit of squabbles and some bit of passion, some secrets, lots of love, and so many mixed emotions. Now let's look at their spiritual life. Virgo with the Mercurian energy rules their ninth house of religion and higher learnings, whereas Sagittarius with the Jupiterian energy rules the 12th house of spirituality. This makes the Capricorn very calculative about following any belief system. They will go by their own knowledge and instincts. They will not follow any guru blindly. They need logics behind these esoteric learnings, as Virgo and Sagittarius both indicate intelligence. So even if they sit for a satsang or a pravachan, they will take only what they want from it and leave out the rest without expressing disagreements. because they know they are dreamy about this life domain. They can imagine a lot beyond what others can in terms of spirituality. They will do a lot of charity. They believe in donating and helping the needy. Capricorn may look rough or their speech may be sharp, but they are tender within. They are soft hearted and has less willpower. So they are advised to have a guru or a mentor to guide them, and they naturally do that. They have a mentor who counsels them and infuses faith in them. They should look for moral support without any hesitation. It is absolutely okay to be a little vulnerable sometimes. There's nothing wrong that I see. Okay? Alright friends, that was about Capricorn, and you might have wondered, two individuals with same zodiac signs don't behave or think the same way. Like you may have a friend with the same zodiac sign who is different from you. So their framework and reactive tendencies can be similar, but rest of the things completely depends upon the positioning of all the planets in their birth horoscope and the nakshatras they are in. And if you want to discover and understand yourself better, then you can book your session online with me. For that, you can select service of your choice from the list given on my website www.manageyourdestiny.com. I am based in Mumbai, India, and have an international client base. My consultations are available on phone, Skype, and WhatsApp video. You can also book me for an inspiring talk for podcasts, lectures, and seminars worldwide on destiny management through astrology to capture your audience at your corporate or social events. And in case you don't know about my coaching concept, then you can check out the link of my previous video, Destiny Management through Astrology. How can it help you? In the description box below. Alright, I will come up with another video on Aquarius next time, followed by Pisces. And you can always ask me related questions and leave your comments in the comment box below. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. So hit the like button and share it. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get notifications of my upcoming videos. And you can also follow my page Manage Your Destiny on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for my latest post updates. Bye bye for now.